Psychosocial. 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 And the limits of the dead. 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 Wicked like fascist lie. I tried to tell you what psychosocial. More hearts are giving out. Psychosocial. Can't stop the season idea. Psychosocial. It's all in season. Since it's what you want. Psychosocial. I'm not the only one. And the rain will kill us all. We throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the moderate me. And the rain will kill us all. We throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the moderate me. The limits of the dead. 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 Fake anti-fascist lie. Psychosocial. I tried to tell you, but psychosocial. Your hearts are giving out. Psychosocial. It's a killing idea. Psychosocial. It's hunting season. Psychosocial. That's what you want. Psychosocial. I'm not the only one. And the rain will kill us all. We throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the moderate me. And the rain will kill us all. We throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the moderate me. The limits of the dead. The limits of the dead.
Alright, we're back. We just finished the story of Lord of the Rings. I'm going to get back on that to chill out with it with my mates next time. But I heard about this morning, this time trial. Didn't even know it was there because I haven't even looked at the factory driver challenges, the new ones, so I haven't even cared. Apparently, I mean, I've seen him, that guy that is cheating. He's on the top of every leaderboard by about 2.5 seconds, so we'll see if we can get a top 5 here. I think would be my aim. A 227 something, I think, or a 28 for top 5. But yeah, we'll chill out with this for the rest of the night. Temp wise, 30 degrees. Play with that. Sorry, I was just reading information about tyres. But yeah, I didn't know this was a thing. I probably would have had a crack at it if I knew already. How good's his car here?
push now. Let's just see what you got.
Oh. Where is Road America? Because it's pretty crazy that it's 30 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's a warm summer. Oh, that's shocking. Good start. End the session. Let that register. Third, straight away. Alright. Cool. So straight away what I aim for. Oh. Ow. Oh. Welcome to America. Oh. Man, I got the twitchiest left eye, and I've had it for some time now. I swear it's getting worse. I'm fucking tweaking out, guys. Just trying to think of what else I could do to the car. It felt really good. Braking is always a bit iffy, bit more turning ability, front end turning ability, but go too much and it's going to get floaty. And I tried to soften it up for a bit more stability in the rear. bit more confidence to send it over curbs. Back in a second. Oh, you can't do brake ducts on it there anyways. That explains a lot. Gotta do it naturally now too. Can't just lock up the tyres and drag the brake.
Tyres are in the window. You can go for some fast laps now, mate.
cooked. First sector. Definitely got the brakes warmed up quick though. So it's pulling up better. But the lap's not going to count. Late. Knew straight away. Even the fuel. Didn't even realise. Just put me out there with 60 litres, 70 litres. Sheesh. That load would be worth a bit. I'm trying to get a feeling of the front end of the car. I want a little bit more turn-in ability, but I don't want to do it at the cost of losing the rear. But I want to feel the front end for these 90-degree turns. And at lower speed. So I've got more ability to kind of tuck into the curbs. That feels way better. It's not something I would do all the time in this car. It's just for this track. And this turn coming up is the one where I think it'll be bad. Because the front end and trying to control the slide of the front end. Trying to get the right throttle limit too for this turn is confusing. It should be better here. Yeah. This is the go. This will do the job. But exactly what I want. Oh, too much slide. No! No! Ah! Fuck! That was 27.4, 26.4 at that point. No! No! Fucking cook that. No! Oh, I felt that so hard trying to hold on to it. I wish you could skip between laps. Getting there, mate. It depends on where you sit, what you're after, what your wheel is, what you're after. If you're after this type of stuff, it's always been worth getting. Like what I'm doing right now, if you're after this type of stuff, it's always been worth getting. They've overhauled the GT3s, GT4s, V8s. Yeah, see, I was so loose there. The changes to the cars are good, but it's done a lot with like feedback and setups and stuff like that. Like all the setups are redundant. The V8 supercar, like the Holden, got added, and it's wild. Like it's one of the hardest, most unpredictable, temperamental, inconsistent cars I've ever driven in the game. Still getting used to it. It's still cool. But like it's the GT3s it's in particular and the GT4s, they are much more like ACC than ever before. Like the curbs and the tyres too. Like there's a lot of stuff, like from my years of playing ACC, there's a lot of stuff that this game's doing now, like the way you go over curbs, bumps, lose grip, overheat. Even punctures are in this now. I got my first puncture on the weekend, losing the car at Ascari. GT4 car, BMW, losing it at Ascari, got a puncture. Grabbed a whole fuckload of sand, spun the car. Feeling, yeah, it's got more, and a lot of so I know a lot of people have gone back to ACC in the last few weeks. This still has more front end feeling than ACC does. But the front end feeling is something like now, not with this car, but like with the GT3s, GT4s, a lot of people are having problems with. Like a lot of, the update they've just done, the overhaul, true force in a lot of people's cases, like it's just, you're either for it or against it at the moment with what it's done for people. And like, I appreciate the changes, the physics changes, the difficulty scale, more realistic things that they've done, but they've taken calibration out of my hands with my wheel and kind of set it up saying this is the way my wheel should drive, and it hasn't felt good at all with those particular cars. And it's taken me a fuckload of changing my wheel settings just to get those cars drivable, and then I get back in these ones and these just feel excellent. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like even, and they feel less powered now than before, because I'm about 2.5 newton meters less now too. I was at 10.5, I'm at 8 now. I've had to drastically alter my wheel settings. Yeah, I know, no, it has been busy, bro. You should check out mine. I mean, I've had consistently, like, bro, I DC from one of my own lobbies and then couldn't rejoin it because it was full. 32 people. I've consistently, for hours on end, on multiple, like, weekdays and mostly weekends, had full lobbies, bro. Full lobbies. Since joining Progress came, full lobbies all the time. The crashes have been less, but I still got them straight away after the update. But there was a patch immediately, like a day later, 2 days later. I still had a few crashes after that. A few other people are still getting them all the time. But I've literally had 2 crashes in like 3-4 days. The visuals of it are absolutely pumped up. They're getting way better. The spectating's getting way better. Ability to save replays. It's better than it was, but it's still inconsistent. Still struggling at a lot of basic stuff, and still very much a different experience for a lot of people at the moment, as it has been the whole time, really. You know, people have been having very, very different experiences. They've added triples. VR has started on PC, they've added triples. I seen the recent combos. Like, even I used to love Tokyo Expressway. It's like a meme track, you know, but it is a great Gran Turismo memory. I've seen a few videos of what's been going on at Tokyo Expressway the last week, and I'd rather deal with what I deal with here, hands down. Like, I don't want to get into a GT7 bashing, because I've actually been paying it a lot of its respect lately too, like, at least in terms of how people, where they start and how they stay there and why they play it and everything, you know. Like, I'd just still, it does nothing. I don't care what, like, the people that play it and nothing but it and just sit there and go, yeah, but it works. I don't care. Like, it's all yous have done for nearly 5 years. You're going on 5 years. It's all yous have done. And the feeling of it, like, I just, you know what I mean? Like, and the more I think about that, the more, like, I just start ragging on it. So, yeah, it's this is hands down. And that's why I'm a little disgruntled with this at the moment, because my wheel and the feeling of it, with, like, I've gotten used to the difficulty scale and the way the cars drive, but the feeling of the wheel, just with from car to car to car in the GT3, doesn't have that comfort or confidence. And then even my I showed my feedback settings for a few of the GT3 cars, and they're so drastically different. And all my feedback settings prior to this update, all, like, I was driving damn near at the game's, you know, default setup feedback settings. I would minorly change a few things here or there. I've seen that, bro. I've seen it. I know. I've spoken about it too. I've seen, I mean, it was already happening. I seen it happening months ago with a couple of league guys that were trying to get this off the ground. But I've seen that it's been repopulated again, SimGrid, shit like that. I have seen, bro. Like, it's still, like, even that, I was burnt out on that, because it's just the same thing. It's just the same thing in the same cars all the time. You know, like with this, you can, if you want to like do a league and commit to a series, you can, and there's so many of them. But like at the same time, if you like the ability to not get bored of this game with me and the way I do my lobbies and the way I play, even doing ranked, like is driving a lot of stuff. Like never getting too good at one thing because you spend too much time jumping in everything and kind of overall enjoying it rather than just getting in one class and being an expert and only wanting to drive that and hating everything else. And so yeah, like even my disdain for the GT3s and shit, it's not like they're really cool to drive now. They're like and I see a lot of the other guys like that loved them, that were really good at them, they're hating it now. Hating it. I think they're better to drive now. I just don't like how it feels in my wheel. But I think everything they've done to them change-wise is for the better. Like 100% for the better. And all the dudes that were super quick in them, that it was probably their favorite category to race on this game, they hate them now. So I think that's weird and says a lot about what they want from the game, what they can do with the wheel. Like I think it says that the game was more Gran Turismo then, or more Forza then, and now it's more ACC with a different feeling. You know, they can't really bolt down that feeling with the wheels, and certain people too are having different feelings too. So like, but for me, like I'm disgruntled with it just because it's, for a little while there anyways, it's taken some fine tuning. For a little while there, it was the worst my wheel had felt since week 1 of the game coming out. Of like not being able to figure out your feedback settings. And not having the ability to calibrate my steering. Like having that taken away from me. I'm like, I try not to think about it now because when I think about it, I get angry. It's like I've never experienced a sim racing game ever that has that. Like look at ACC, you can do your calibration, your steering, and then you can go into the car steering. Like, so I can't understand what they're doing there. And a lot of other people feel the same, like that they can't do the steering calibration of their wheel. Like, and a lot of people are saying too, like that the cockpit shit doesn't match, feels jerky, feels like they're doing multiple motions at once, which 100% was what it felt like the first few days after the update. Like, and interestingly, the dude who implemented it is using Moser equipment, and nearly everybody that I've seen on Moser equipment is loving the changes. So the wheels are very hit and miss at the moment with who's feeling what. And then even people that are on the same wheel, some hate it, some love it. It's this game, man. Like I don't think it'll ever really be able to figure it out. And I don't think the fan base, because I think the fan base is so divided too. So many different categories and classes and groups and needs and wants from everybody, that if they can't have their particular main want satisfied, then they're just going to trash on it or say they're fucking done with it. Like, the things that are going to make me done with this game are like if they don't sort out, you know, connections and crashes and meshing and shit like that by the end of the year. The driving is down pat. I wish they'd stop fucking with it. I wish they'd stop fucking with it, basically. Like, stop adding things, tweaking things, fix the fucking bugs, and I'm happy. Like, I'm full happy. Others, I don't think so. Like, even the changes that they've made now, the GT3s, 4s, and V8s, there's so many people that are like, I'm done. If this is the direction of the game, I don't want no part of it. And I do. I can see, like, at least in terms of the tyre physics, the curbs, the suspension, everything like that going to every class, 100%. I see no reason why not to. You know, and I don't think that, like, even the way that a lot of, like, this thing and the GTs and the GTOs, the way a lot of them drive already, and the V8, I think, is a great example because the Falcon was already a wild car, and then that class itself got an overhaul, and the Holden is a new version of this car that's also getting the class overhaul, and a lot of people just can't come to grips with it straight away, outright, whatever. because that class, the car, was already a bit like that. Now add in the new tyre model, it's off its head. You know, and a lot of people hate it, myself included. But at the same time, I can respect it and fall in love with it and understand it and appreciate it. It's just a whole different beast, and I don't think they've quite got it right compared to the Falcon. The Falcon still feels great, even with the new changes. The Holden doesn't, even with the exact same setup in them. You know, that doesn't make sense. So, stuff like that I understand, but like the GT, saying you're done because of the GT3s and the GT4s, like, the way I've had to play around my wheel, I get it. But once I refined the wheel and started to really jump around in all those cars, I don't get it, because I think they're better than ever before. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts. I was going to do a piece if I could bother writing something about it. But there's so many other people that have done their pieces, and I don't know. I feel like my opinion a lot lately doesn't matter regardless. Like, not that it ever did, but I mean, to the greater community and even the other streamers that are still involved with me, I think my opinion on the things that people react to and the things that people care about or get upset about that I say has nothing to do with the physics and the driving and anything like that. I don't think they pay attention to anything I say about that because of all the other shit. So I think there's no point me doing a summary or a, you know, like explaining all of what I just explained then about how it was hard, and I wanted to fucking throw it all out the window myself, and thought my wheel was done, and thought I just thought, like, you know, the wheel shit alone, like, if this is how my cars are going to feel. But I persevered, because, like, they've already thrown us through so many fucking updates, and there's just no point, like, giving up on it and, like, turning my back on the game outright, or saying I'm going to wait till the next update, because, like, that's going to be a month away. Like, so I figured, like, it's like, all right, if there's an update and they overhaul, like, they change the wheel or revert it back to the way they was or whatever, I'm still going to wait for that update. That's going to be in a month. So I'm like, well, I'm ruling out not playing it for a month just because of that. So I was like, all right, have to get the wheel set up now, knowing that it's probably going to be reverted back in a month, or all I'll need is, like, calibration when they give us the next update. And either way, I know in another update it's going to change again, and I'm either going back to the way it was, or I've got a modified version of the way it is now, or I have to start again, which has been every update. Not everyone, but fucking a lot of them. 1.5, 2.0, 2.3, a lot of them. So, kind of used to it. Doesn't make it right. All other sims do it. We've seen this disastrous kind of reaction and reception, and people saying they're going to, you know, quit playing every time Gran Turismo changes its shit. People still play Gran Turismo. So I think the changes are for the better, no matter what. I think the work that Aris is doing is good. As much as I talk shit and take the piss, play up to the chat, I think that the changes he has made, nearly every single one of them, have made every single class and car better. I just think the way they're implemented, the rushing of those implementations while not fixing basic shit or giving us basic shit, I just think the focus is all wrong. That's what I'm sick of, and I take the piss out of. But, like, we blamed Ian every time there was a previous mistake. That was the joke. Now it's Aris or Kev. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. And with Gran Turismo fans, Kaz. You know, thanks, Ian. You're a really good something, you know, pun. Thanks, Kev. We love the Irish. Thanks, Aris. Physics. Kaz is exactly the same on Gran Turismo, and the fan base, like the refusal to listen to him. Thanks, Kaz. You know, someone fucking puts you in a wall and you get a penalty and they drive off. Thanks, Kaz. So it's just the same thing. It's the same thing, but I want him to fix it. Like, that's all. That's all I want. And I do have a timeline on it now. And I always did. I always said, you know, till the DLC was done, till the season pass was done. But now that date coincides with another game being out, or multiple games being out, that will pull my attention away from this. So, and that was Aris's deadline, which he said back in May at the convention. And I remember when I heard it, I was like, oh, fuck off. That's 7 months away. Like, just thinking then, it's been 6, and you're saying another 6 till it's acceptable. What's going on, Tim? You know, so like, hearing it first back then was like, oh, all right. Well, now that's my bona fide end date, you know, or like I don't know, what would you call it? Like a deadline. That's my deadline. That's my deadline for this game. Because it's going to have competition then too. Multiple games of competition. Like within those first 3 months of next year, there'll be multiple avenues of competition on console for sim racing. So they got to get their shit together. For me personally, like, you know, and I will have no problem too, like going and playing other stuff and smashing the shit out of them daily, and coming back to this, you know, once a week, twice a week, weekly, waiting for updates, you know, or coming back at an update. No problem at all. Hoping, praying that, like, you know, March, May, June. If we got to June, I'd probably be done. Truthfully, June next year, and we're still hoping and waiting for updates to fix shit. I'd probably be done. It's too long. But that's 100% like if it's just cooked. You know, that's what it'll become. Something that you just jump on because you want to drive a certain class, something you miss and enjoy. But you're going to be on LMU, or you're going to be on Beam Energy, or you're going to be on that fucking new Motorsport one. So they've got, like, for me personally, like, it's just, I've got more than my money's worth out of the game in every single aspect. And I've enjoyed my time with the game, but at the same time, I've gone grey because of this game. Lost my sanity because of this game. So that's my deadline. That's where we're at with it. I'm still happy with it. Doing this is something that I should focus on more, rather than trying to cater to people all the time, and just try to drive the cars more, have fun, learn more. But yeah. Right, so I'm going to take a leak. Quick bunger. I'll be back. I probably won't beat this now. What are we up to? Hang on. Drive, section. 27 flat per second. For 1.4 seconds. I reckon we could get close. I reckon I could get, because I had 6/10 then already. I reckon I can get within a second of this bloke. It's apparently cheating. Bro, I loved Carbon. Carbon was one of my favourites ever. If not, like in terms of a Need for Speed style, like, you know, fucking, what is it? Get low, get low. In terms of that style, it's going on Tex. Wait, so does that mean it didn't register it when I was going improve? No, it registers it. Okay. Right, I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, my cat just, when I went out to the kitchen, she came straight around my legs, the blind one now. I picked her up and put her on the little spot where she eats, and she turned straight around and kind of waddled back near me like she wanted love, and I let her like do a little head bop and lick my head. Now she's gone back in the lounge room following mum. She's so blind now, guys, it kills me. Not once does she like directly look at you anymore. It kills me. Alright, try to refocus on this now. Unmute that because I was recording that replay. So I've created a lot of front end feeling in the car. Not a lot, but I've boosted it like quite a few points compared to what it was. I've softened up the suspension. The worry is losing the rear with how much I want to get the front in. Getting on the brakes enough, but not too much. Getting the front in, getting onto it, don't lose the rear. Powered by V. So if I can do that in the lap, that alone is going to give me half a second. And then the first turn, I'm losing 3-4 tenths in the first turn.
You can push now. Let's just see what you got.
Too much brakes. Too much brakes. Really? See the way of the car, I was able to get so much turn in on the front and still control the rear. That's literally the two changes that I made. The suspension one was to control the rear, and then the feedback one was to give me more front end turn in ability. You know, one countering the other basically. I've still got to worry about that left side. That's what cost me by the time I got to this turn and tried to get that going on. Tyres were overheated, I had no grip, I didn't commit, went straight off the track. Lost 6 tenths. I should already be 26.4, bare minimum. Wow. The lighting, the glare, is making it very difficult in some of these turns where you come in with the shadows, just trying to see the braking point. I do like it, like I pointed it out about one of the last factory driver things. I remember like when they changed them, I was like, oh, they're really getting unique time of day settings now. Makes it challenging. Like this turn alone, you can't see things. Like you can, but you're trying to focus on that inside and you've just got all these shadows and you can't see the darker bit of road. Same here. It's very hard to get in the zone. I should almost turn that light off there. It's just such a distraction at the moment. I might try that. It's only for streaming purposes. Please fucking turn the light down. How low can we go? It's pretty low. It's not glary now. How low can you go? Wheel spin there. Just lost the rear under brakes, just the littlest. It's very possible too. I wonder. Let's try a little experiment here. can't play with the brake ducts here. They've taken it away. Had them before the update. But yeah, that's why I just thought I'd switch to the rears for like half the outlap, try and get some warmth in. Fuck's sake. I fucked it now. What was the brake balance? I could feel it straight away. 31.5. I think I might need to bring the front end feel down one notch. Trying to do a factory driver challenge. I'm second in the world at the moment. I think I'm capable of about another second. Jesus Christ. What have I done? This feels off now. We are going to reset that. Bring that back one notch. Try one notch of friction. Yeah, this car's sick for drifting. It actually goes off. At the drift course, it feels like the whole first gear is made for it. Now it's just sliding on the brakes, the front end. And apparently the number one guy is a cheater. Apparently. I'm not saying it. I've never really competed against him. But all the other lads in the Discord who compete on this shit are adamant. And like, they've got fair reasoning too. Truthfully, I'm not saying they're fucking liars. Dude, he's ridiculously, consistently the same amount of time quicker than everybody else. And won't share his setups or knowledge or laps or anything. So to already be within a second and a half of him, I'm doing okay. But I think I can get closer. But I might have tweaked this setup a bit too much now.
Okay, mate, you can push down. Tyres and brakes are up to temps.
So you reckon if I get within a certain amount, he'll put the mandatory 2.5 seconds back on? Because that's what it seems to be, about 2.2 to 2.5 seconds. Quicker than guys like John and Carp and Jack, and consistently across every class. Number 2 here was a 27.3, I think, and he's a 25.4. Yeah, RNL. I'm not the one saying it, bro, but everyone thinks he is. Boris, Jack, John, Carp, Thumbs, Sector, they all think it. Like, every one of them. Batari, the LMD guy, all of them, bro. They've all had arguments and debates with him, passionate, heated, etc. So losing so much there. Look at that, instantly 3/10. Just chill. I didn't have to really push it yet. Definitely getting rid of that friction. It's no good. 26.5. And it was still no good. Still not a good lap. Oh, that was nice. Ah! Son of a bitch. I'm already looking at 25. 25.996. And they also say the game's working fine, Tex. But I'm not the one saying it, bro. You go get in the Discords. You ask Boris. Just yeah. I'll shut up. I haven't been bothered by it. Definitely got to get rid of that friction. Countering the wheel too much now. Hey, oh, you. That's nice. Cool. see, that was shocking. And I bogged down a lot. But I'm way too much in the middle of the road. I slow down too much there, but I still get a good exit. This is really good. That's exactly what I was trying to do with the front end turning ability of the car. I need to get faster here. Just slowing down way too much, but you've seen what happens. I went over there and cut it. So it was that lap. So it's the lap before then. It's what I hate about the replays too. It's one annoying thing, even actually trying to get the lap that you did. Get a replay of it, like the best lap. That's this one that he's on now. Too early. Loose on throttle. That's not bad. So I was dropping down the first for that. For the first turn. And I like to do that second. It's pretty comfortable, but could have been faster. Yeah. I don't think I'll really get better than that. And here I'm still too trying to bring the car around, dancing it. Can't get a consistent line. If I could get a consistent line, it's probably 2-3 tenths there just on exit. This felt really good. Kink. Straight back on it. Perfect. This felt like it could have been more aggressive. It was comfortable. It's before the cones. Yeah, it was comfortable. I definitely was nowhere near the curb. Could have had a way better exit. This was pretty full send. Third gear. Holding the revs. And this could have been better. Could always be better here. Such a hard turn to judge. .226.5. Bang. So I'm under a second to him. 25.6. 25.9 was already optimal. So no, I wouldn't say he's cheating. Just looking at that. Like, if, I don't know, unless he doesn't care enough on this one to cheat enough, because what his nearest competition was 1.6 seconds. But no, I don't think that's cheating. Yeah, which would always be the case with these, bro. It's probably fucking 1,000 times on the Imola one. GT3. Yeah, pretty happy with the progress already. I'll definitely tweak the car a lot. Like, yeah, straight up. Sector's not up there, Jack's not up there. If either of them have a crack at this, they could beat my time. With the type of drivers they are, with the way they do these things, the way they set up cars, they could 100% better me if they cared. They wanted to. I would just say that alone, a lot of people haven't done it. A lot of the usual suspects. I think Jack hasn't been on the game much at all. Alright, so we've got a lot more feedback now. I took the friction out. It's hindering more than helping. I pumped up a few EQs. Still don't know if second or first is better for that turn. Second is stable, but it bogs down a lot. Alright, this is the best it's felt so far. With the feedback, grip, confidence in the front end, resistance in the front end.
Safe to start pushing now, mate. Tyres are good. Give it all you've got.
And this is the best I can get this car set up. Overheated tyres. Fuck. Way too aggressive on that turn. Sweeper. Oh, slowed down way too much. It's a really good opening start of that lap. Sloppy. Loose. That's fucking huge. That's... so fucking close to him. That's thousandths away from a world record. That's apparently from a guy who's a cheat. Jesus Christ. Keep losing left hand side there. But it's within reach. 100% within reach. happy with that. Didn't even get a sweat on. So what other ones are there? What we got? Truck, car. Where's the silhouette? Well, these are probably the Holden Bathurst. Jesus, 2033, 1.2 seconds faster than the nearest bloke there. Thanks, mate. What is it? F2C. A lot easier to warm the brakes up in this one.
Okay, mate, let's go for some fast laps now. Tyres and brakes are in the window.
Ah. Oh, wait. Mate, I can't stop mounting those fucking curbs. Ah, worse. I fucking suck in this car. Like, I genuinely don't like it. It's just twitchy. Just constantly fucking twitching and bouncing and... What's going on, Sparrow? How are you, bro? Yeah, we've been getting smashed by rain for 2 days straight. It's just too twitchy. I genuinely don't like it. It's a joke, man. You can literally hear it. It's a joke. It's got the twitchiest, shittest handling steering rack of any car in this game. You're doing 15 different things at once to get through one turn. I hate this fucking car. And at this track, of all places. I fucking hate the Commodore. It's a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit. It's such a piece of shit. Compared to the Ford, the thing is just unhinged. It's twitchy. The hand, like, you shouldn't be driving around Bathurst and having to change direction. Not even direction, input, just jerk, 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 jerk. It feels fucking disgusting. Every time I drive it now, it's either it depends on the track. Certain tracks you start to get used to it, but every time I go back to Bathurst in it, it feels just gross. Compared to the Ford, it feels fucking disgusting. I genuinely don't want to even try it anymore. Like, I'm that horrified by the Holden and how it handles. I think it's a piece of shit. I think they've done such a bad job on that car. Like, it just stacking it up against the Ford alone. Yeah, it's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Like, I just can't get anything going on in its front end, bro. Fucking disgusting. Compared to the Falcon, it's undrivable. Like, look what this thing is, and this drives way better. I can understand this handling.
can push now. Let's just see what you got.
Tires are shit house. Getting tight there, so. No worries, bro. Have a good night, mate. Christ. Fucking rears on this thing. Wild. Oh man, I just can't get warped into it. Jesus Christ. Nah, this is horrible. There's no grip. PSIs are way wrong. Just gotta get them warmed up more. Nah, this is fucked. Fuck this outright. It's a crazy car. Alright. I'm done anyways. Got myself a number 2 in the world. Buy a few thousands in a car I really love. Don't really care about the rest. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be hosting lobbies tomorrow night, probably. Let's have some fun. Some random races. And then same Wednesday morning. See you on the next one, guys.